The numbers are out, and unemployment across the country is far worse than ever believed before. In California alone, the numbers of claims for unemployment now over the last 6 months are 3 times the numbers of the worst year of the Great Depression. The question is, as we start a new week, will we get to the finish line? Will we get the Problem Solvers Bill passed? Will we get enhanced unemployment benefits? Will we get retroactive benefits? How much? How soon? This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hope you're good and safe. This is our 2-hour programming block, and this video will cover unemployment benefits. I have been doing unemployment on this channel every single day since April 25th. So if you have questions about your unemployment benefits, whether it's PUA or UI, expired benefits, expiring benefits, enhanced unemployment benefits, or maximum escalated benefits, this is the video to tune into. As always, go to the Friends channel, subscribe, because this is the best community there is out there. We are really doing incredible stuff. If you'll see the comments I'm going to get to later in this video, of the comments, it's absolutely incredible that out of the 468 comments, all of them are the same focus, getting us to the finish line. And so if there was ever time to subscribe to this channel, it's now. We're trying to reach 280,000 subscribers. Let's do it together. Also, like this video, because this is going to be the best video you're going to hear today about unemployment benefits. Shortly after this video, you'll next hear a video about rent 30 minutes after that, so tune in for that as well. The big news coming out today, the breaking news, is that unemployment is out of control and we need relief right away. In California, the number of unemployment claims is through the roof. Since mid-March, California's unemployment agency has processed 13 million claims, amassing $86 billion in unemployment claims. How big is that? Those number of claims in 6 months in California are more than 3 times the worst full year of the Great Recession and the Great Depression. Unbelievable. The data is absolutely categorically out of control. In California, for example, the largest increase that was noted last week was the continuing pandemic claims of 600,000 new claims. These are people who are going on FPUC, which is called Pandemic Emergency Unemployment. Let me explain that because I haven't done that in a while. You have 3 different stages of UI benefits. You have your base level weeks of UI in every state. So when you go on UI, unemployment assistance, which is general unemployment, because you're a W-2 worker before, you will get a certain number of weeks. After that, your state has something called state extended benefits. Most states have elected to use state extended benefits. They are established by state law, not federal, and they give additional weeks of benefits in the case of emergencies, like now. Many states, if not most, activated that as soon as the pandemic hit. So you have your normal weeks of UI, then your state extended benefits, and then you have another one, and that is FPUC, Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation. This is for workers who have exhausted the state benefits programs. The number is very high. In continuing benefit claims at the end of August, 600,000 applied just in California for more than the last 3 weeks that haven't yet been processed. The claims are absolutely through the roof. Now, when you look at those 3 stages of benefits, those 3 periods of eligibility, you should absolutely categorically not be out of weeks if you started on UI when the pandemic hit or shortly thereafter. It's those viewers who were on unemployment in 2019 over 6 months before the pandemic hit that are now having problems about additional weeks of benefits. Ultimately, is there something else you can do? No, I don't. And I've seen the questions. I've seen them everywhere, from Facebook to this channel to Twitter. I've ran out of benefits. I started in 2019. What can I do? Well, first, you need to make sure you add up those individual 3 stages. And most times when people ask that question, they're only looking at the first stage. They don't mention ever looking at the 2 other stages. They're all automatic. You don't have to do anything to apply for them. They're all automatic. Generally, during the Obama administration, let me give you an example. During the Obama administration, not during a pandemic, people were on unemployment assistance for 2.5+ years. So the thought that you're running out of benefits in 6 weeks, it's 6 months, is just not. It's not consistent with how UI usually is. Let's turn to PUA, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance. This is for my independent contractors, my sole practitioners. You're not running out of weeks of benefits either. You have 33 weeks of benefits, so that started in March, and you're not running out of it either. Would PUA be extended under any of these new bills? Don't know. Would FPUC get extended on any of these new bills? Don't know. It's not because I haven't researched it. It's because no one's telling us. When it comes to details, these people just don't want to tell us details for some reason. It's like we don't care to know it. This is so critical. So yes, I simply just don't know the answer because no one's telling us. Now, I have a lot of viewers who, from the very first day of this channel, April 25th, all the way up to the present, always ask me this question. I've run out of UI. Can I jump over to PUA? No. You can't just jump over to PUA when you're on UI, and you can't jump from PUA to UI either. This is a more common question because the economy has sort of gone all over the place. Some people who were unemployed are now offered jobs and are getting jobs. And people say, can I take the job? What will happen to my old benefits when I lose them? No. If you were unemployed in March and April and May, you still get those weeks of benefits. If you certify for those weeks, it has nothing to do with what you're doing in September. So the fact is you won't get benefits for the week of September, but you'll get benefits for those weeks in the past. Next, people simply don't realize that they can go apply for things that happened before today that they never applied for. So if you're watching this video and you have never applied for PUA or UI, and were eligible for PUA or UI when things hit between March and yesterday, then go apply. You are not, there is no inherent deadline that is passed. So for example, FPUC, which goes on top of UI and PUA and runs from March to July, it does not mean you have to apply by July. It means that it goes on top of weeks of benefits from March to July. So you can apply for things that happened to you back in June and now in September. And if you do, you get the money. Enhanced unemployment benefits, you still can do that as well. And in most states are very behind on getting that done. Enhanced unemployment benefits is a lot of money. It's a lot of money because it could raise you from $100 and something a week for base level benefits. I'm putting aside FPUC enhanced base level benefits to $300, $400 a week. It's a difference of $200, $300 a week. And when you add up all those weeks, if it's 10 weeks, 12 weeks, it could be $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. It's a lot of money. Now, as we sit here today, the unemployment numbers, let's turn to unemployment numbers in this video, and next I'll be going over what's happening on Monday. The unemployment numbers are just not good. We have had unemployment claims announced every Thursday since this pandemic starts, because that's when they're announced, and we went for 20-something weeks at over 1 million new jobless claims per week. We improved 1 week where we dropped to the low 800s, then we shot up. Then we came down a little bit also in the 800s, and now we've shot up again. The bottom line is we have never broken anything better than 800,000 new jobless claims since this pandemic started. That's not a good number. It's not a good number. What is that number? It means these are people who just started unemployment claims this week. So if you were unemployed, then reemployed, then unemployed, you're not included in this number. This is new people who are unemployed. The surges across the country are just hitting different states in different weeks. One week it's Florida, another week it's Texas, one week it's California. It's just hitting all over the place. But the bottom line is, it's a lot of people unemployed before the economy gets worse, which it will in the coming weeks. So now we turn to the issue about the bill and that other thing coming up Monday. So the bill, the Problem Solvers bill, it's absolutely categorically incredible. What is it? How much money is it? And how it will work? It's $850. Yeah, don't I wish? It's $450 for 8 weeks, and then $600 for 5 weeks. And yeah, there's a more difficult calculation to it I'm not going over in this video. It does not have the $100 threshold for LWA, thank God. That $100 threshold that made a lot of my viewers ineligible under LWA. And it's absolutely categorically a great sum. Why is this a great sum? Because Steve Mnuchin offered $400 a week in July. Nancy Pelosi rejected it. And now 10 weeks later, you would have had 10 times $400 in your bank account, $4,000. Instead, you have nothing. And it's categorically great. Ironically, when you look at $450 for 8 weeks and $600 for 5 weeks, it's only a difference of about $50, $60 more than what Steve Mnuchin offered her in July. This is the highest number ever seen from Republicans or supported by Republicans. The president says, I will support this bill and I will sign the Problem Solvers bill. That is incredible, the fact that the president will agree to this number. Now, we're behind the Problem Solvers bill and we're pushing in favor of it because of all that, but it needs a revision. And the revision is the retroactive. It's always the retroactive. So FPUC, which is $600 a week, which went from March to July, on top of your UI or PUA, expired in late July. And what I mean by expired, I mean it no longer went on top of your weekly benefits after late July. It's if you saw certifying for weeks before then, in June and May, you're still getting it. I'm talking about weeks after July. You don't get this anymore. So it's just, I can't even say it with a straight face. Coming into late July, everyone was saying, well, it's expiring. It's expiring. Are you going to extend it? What did Congress do? They went on vacation. They didn't take care of us. They didn't take care of us. They didn't take care of it. And they knew this was going to expire. They wrote the bill to have it expire while they're on vacation, which is about as disgusting a thing I've ever reported on this channel. How do you have people's, your American citizens' unemployment benefits expire while you're on vacation, and you schedule it to expire while you're on vacation as congressional leaders? Well, there was that when they scheduled it to expire. Then they went on vacation. They didn't fix it before they left. Then they came back from vacation. They still didn't fix it. And now they're about to go back on vacation again. And that vacation would put them out till November-ish. As you see, these benefits need to be done now. They've been told to do the benefits now. LWA is expired or expiring. There's no more weeks. Your weeks are being routed to get paid to you shortly if you've not received them. But that's it. People need these benefits now. On Monday, the Temple of Doom will introduce a new bill, which we are summarily rejecting, which is 2.4 trillion, a number that's too high. Republicans won't support. President won't sign. It will never pass the Senate. It will die in the House, and that's about it. So what will it say about enhanced unemployment benefits? It will likely do the ridiculous $600 a week again. Now, everyone loves the money. And, we would all love to get $600 a week, but it's an unrealistic number. And she has been told it's an unrealistic number, so she's likely to come in $600 a week. Now, if she comes in at the Problem Solvers number, that would be really good. But what we're doing is we're pushing the Problem Solvers bill. And I don't want to get off a mixed message, but I want to make this very clear. This is where we stand. We know 1.5 would become a law. Everyone would support 1.5 generally. We know that the president, as reported on this channel since June, would support a bill about 1.5 to 2. The president will go to 2. This channel has been reporting since June. And dragging up those very, very, very conservative Republicans up to 2 will not be an easy task, but it's likely he can get it done. There's that. Over in left field, with the bats hovering, is a Temple Doom at 2.4, which no one is agreeing to or ever will agree to, has been summarily rejecting since July. What I want you to understand, I'm knocking off mixed message, I'm knocking on mixed message now, is that if she understands, with all the pressure the Purple Power has done since Friday, that if she gets her 2.4 down to 2, we might have a deal. Maybe that could happen, and if it does, we would have a win. She needs to understand that her 2.4 is wrong. And by staying on message with our Purple Power, perhaps it will finally get to the senators, the House representatives, the Republicans and Democrats, to say, you know what? This is silliness. Get to 2 and get it done. And ultimately, and I haven't said this, in a few videos, she may actually go to 2, and this may all just be a lot of game playing by her. She may ultimately go to 2, but we need to get her to 2. And if we get her to 2, I think at that point we will have a deal. Ultimately, I want to make very clear, we're not focused on her. We're not focused on her being dependent upon us getting a deal, but we have to look at all possible routes to get to the finish line. And the finish line is right in front of us. Let me answer some of your 468 questions from yesterday. Rich, why do we need so many people in the government, Congress, state all doing this to sit on their butts and do nothing but take numerous vacations on our tax money, and they're getting paid to do absolutely nothing? Why do we need so many people in each department of the government? Why don't they just cut part of the government personnel? I love that. That's the theory about going against big government. Too much people, too many people do nothing. Dominic Bartolomeo, seriously, believe Pelosi has dementia. We don't need people with dementia in Congress. Antonia Perez, I protest what Congress is doing in reference to not providing stimulus to the American people. 4 exclamation points. Who is with me? 4 exclamation points. Purple Power and LALATE, which is like 8 exclamation points. Love you. Faith, love. LALATE, love you, and love the Purple family. We got this going. I love you back. Myself. Congress keeps saying, no, wait, we have a bill for real this time. So the president holds off in doing their job for them, since an act of Congress could be more efficacious, as the president cannot authorize use of Treasury funds. That's not true. And I saw that in some of the comments that people were battling each other. Let me make very clear. The president can do executive orders so long as the funds are not in Treasury now. The funds that I've been detailing on this channel are not in Treasury. So he does not need act of Congress. He can do it himself. Margaret Latham. Yes, we are here and we're always here. We can't go anywhere else with our money. Balua Carter. Hey, Purple family. Greens from Port Gibson, Mississippi. I think that's Mississippi. And much love. God bless all. Geraldo Rivera. I'm telling you, we all need to vote them out. Amen. We need people to go to Congress that care about the people. Amen. Isidro Galvin. It feels like the 80s, and a Pepsi is locking the doors and saying it's a material girl. Melvin Morrison. Since that cow at the bar couldn't figure out that about, maybe he should have hung out with the herd more and took calculus. That's what you guys say at the end of the videos. It's always something good. Mark Owen. Needless to say, nothing's coming. We're staying positive. Scort Kyle. Stop milking the stimulus. It's going to turn sour. Isidro Arlelana. It's not going to. Trump needs to step up. Kimberly, move another person who has 2 kids, lost their home. Carlita, keep the pressure on, get this done. Francis Munoz, you are so funny, you made my day. Heath Beard, keep up the pressure, we'll be heard soon. Teresa Davison, stay strong, Purple Power. Denise, you're a freaking nut. Absolutely wonderful how you stay happy and entertaining, so informative. Michelle Frank, I think Pelosi may have gotten into street. Okay, I'm not reading on camera. Tona Daunt, a good evening, LA, and the Purple Power family. Ketis forever, still sending the message on Purple Power. Parvin, you need to catch up with a little mustard. Don't relish the idea. Bertha White, my right hand is itching like crazy. Monday is the day. Oh, Bertha White is itching her hand. That sounds like money. Magic Laura, brand our cowhide from Ranch Purple Power. Mike O, Florida's not paying LWA anymore. They stopped paying it 4 weeks. No, they stopped paying it 3 weeks. Denise Fernandez, president needs to do executive order. Jackie, you're hilarious. I guess we needed this at this time of laughter. Doggis Benton, Mr. Sirloin, I haven't had a steak in over a year. How's it feel to come up with one at the bottom of the food chain? I'm starving, Mr. Sirloin. And Cosgrove, utter jokes are getting utterly silly. Margaret Latham, but I love being here. It's the best speaker, Purple Power. power. As Americans, I'm so disappointed in our politicians. Bethany Spencer, Texas denied me back pay in March. They keep on saying it's against the policy to backdate. Tom G. Anyone there? Dennis Johnson first. What a day it is to be part of this community. You can see we're all on focus. We all have the same agenda. We still have the same spirit. We still have the same positivity, and we're all pushing to the finish line together. So go to the Frontage channel, subscribe. The best community there is out there. The Purple Power. We are all here to get the same thing from one another, because Congress is not doing it for us, so we have to push them to get it done, and we're almost there. Also, like this video. So this video appears higher in the rankings than UFOs steal your cow. Coming up next is Rent. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay in LA for more.